and it's not plastic. It's
Now, for people watching, what does through wired mean?
basically it's hooked together. The wire goes through the belly up there and then goes back to the back hook.
So the front and back are connected by a wire.
So the stress goes, through the whole thing. He can't, if you pull something out, he's still all hooked together. It's not, you're not going to pull either one of those treble hooks through, how they come through the bait.
Yeah. Okay, now what you're talking about, the belly here, what was that?
Yeah, we see how it flares from behind the eyes there, how it flares. Well, that was what I came up with to help keep it from rolling, kind of like a keel action, and to give it some extra buoyancy.
So that's because it does. One of the things that was amazing because when you would cast out, and these things cast a country mile, but as soon as you started twitching, this bait really just came up and started to pop.
Right.
It doesn't take much. First pop, you had it going, and it really lifted it right
if
up.
you noticed, even when it was, we had some good footers out there. Even then, if you paused it, it sat in the water nose up.
Right.
And
that's important too, because when it sits in the water, it sits like this.
That's about the angle. It has a good angle, nose up, and that's what you need, because when you're working that over the waves, you don't want it to get swallowed up in the wave. You want it to be able to ride over the wave. So it's kind of like, when you think about your boat, you got the bow up, you're riding up and down the waves. That's what that lure does.
Okay, and now let's go to this one here. Now, this was a fish catching lure tonight. They like this one. Tell us about this one.
This is a Bubba Shad. That's actually the third one we did in the series. We did the Captain Carl special first. We did a junior. The Bubba Shad, when you design something sometimes, Bob, sometimes you outdo yourself. We kind of outdid ourselves on the Bubba Shad. I wanted something more natural, and I wanted something that you didn't have to throw that great big one when you didn't need to. But I wanted it to be more of a grass. We have an odd spring again this year where we don't have a lot of grass yet. We got clumps of grass out there and stuff, but we should be throwing matted up grass. So the Bubba Shad there it is. It doesn't have a treble hook on the back, it just has a single hook so you can get it through the grass better and stuff.
Because if it had a treble hook, it would be really, especially sitting down.
It'd be even harder, yeah. I wanted a very prominent, like bulldog nose. I just wanted a blunt, mean nose. And that's what we came up with. The head flares into the penciled body so they can get it in their mouth better, but it as well rides in the water nose up when you sit still like that at a good angle. And you can, we've thrown it in 20, 25 mile an hour winds, 1.5 foot.
And you were throwing this, and this really spits too though. It really can put out a
It does. The Bubba Shad, my biggest fish this year, the Topwater just really turned on 2 weeks ago. The Bubba Shad had a 41 incher, and the Captain Carl special had a 40 and a half already.
So not only are these good looking lures, well made, but they're big fish catching lures, am I correct?
Right, and they'll hold up.
Yeah, the paint jobs Al does on these is just amazing. It's just amazing.
And the neat thing about it is that lure is one person's creation from the time it's just a square round block of wood until it's, he makes them all handmade, one at a time.
So each one's a little different.
If you held 5 of them up against each other, each one may have its own little personality, but they're basically the same.
All right, speaking of a little personality, we're putting a little personality on these baits today. Tell us about your hog sauce.
Well, as from some of the other shows we've done, I'm a scent fanatic guru. CB's hog sauce, it's reasonably priced, it works. That's a brand new flavor he did this winter, shad, sassy shad flavor. I was just so excited when he did that flavor because these fish are up here feeding on shad and herring and stuff. So I want it to be as natural as it can be. I use garlic a lot of time, but if I know they're feeding on a specific species, I want to target that. So we're putting it on that. That way it just, the minute they put it in their mouth, it just helps it taste what
All right, one more thing before we finish up. This is a lifesaver out there on the
It is.
Because tell us a little quickly about this.
That's
this
called a cover lure. If you have a center console like I do and a bass boat, those big hooks will do you in. You're out there fishing in rough water. It's real easy. You're trying to get the net and fight a fish. Get one of those treble hooks in, you just ruin your whole day. These cover lures hold up. They do a good job. They're Velcroed. And you can open it up if you like. They're Velcroed, and the inside is real skin, lamb skin wool. So it's like the fly fishermen have been using for years, so the treble hooks don't get caught in it.
That's good. That's good. That's a good thing. Carl, I want to thank you, and that's the tackle box.
Grab the net. Don't extend the handle, because we're going to bring him up to the boat. He's a little one. He's a schoolie.
He just put that right down, though.
You little guy. Just a little schoolie.
Yeah.
All right, get him head first into the net.
Oh, there you go.
The way to do this is you want to have a little BOGO grip, because these are powerful fish and they're going to thrash around on you. Get him locked in on that bottom jaw. Protects you, it protects the fish, Bob. So now what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead. And one thing this single hook does, like earlier, you are going to miss a couple right at the boat. But let me see. Just want to be careful here. You are going to miss a couple right there at the boat. But the one thing in the rubber net will allow you to get these treble hooks out real easy. You can just BOGO grip them when they get to the boat if you want. The rubber hook makes it real easy to get these trebles out. The way he's hooked, I'm getting it out of the net first. We want to hurry up and get these fish back in the water. And that's where the BOGO grip comes in handy. He's through the bone.
If you have a big fish thrashing around.
He's through the bone there, so that's what the BOGO grip does. Protects you, protects the fish, and then we're just going to release that little guy. There he goes.
Carl, I want to thank you for taking me out here. It's been great. It's so exciting to experience. Even the ones that we miss are exciting. That blow up is just. It just gets all, it just gets you crazy.
We've been doing good as part of Topwater fishing. This is the slowest day we've had in 2 weeks. But what happened to us, Bob, is we're in the area and that heavy wind working against the tide, and it really blew up there, and it didn't let the tide pull down. You notice on our drifts, we were sitting in the same spot most of the time.
Right, because the wind was pushing one way and the tide was pushing the other way, and it was almost equal.
Right, and you know, another thing the BOGO grip does like that too is the less you handle these fish, the better off they are. You know, rub the slime off. You know, leave it on the BOGO grip, hold it up, take your picture, get it back in the water.
Again, I want to thank you, Carl. Got to come down and see Carl here on the Susquehanna. Try these poppers. Use his special Captain Carl's bait. It's a killer. Hey, I'm Bob Murray. I'll see you on the water. Hey, don't forget, go to our website. We got live streaming videos, all kinds of crazy things. You'll even see Carl doing some stuff in a minute. I'm Bob Murray. I'll see you again on the water.
Let's see if we can get a couple more fish.